what's on your mind.
Okay, so that last one wasn't even about birthdays, but I can't not be in a good mood when I listen to that song. It is my birthday. It is my 22nd birthday today. Obviously not the day that you're watching this, but 22, man. That is kind of scary. However, I'm not gonna lie, I am telling everybody that it's my 21st birthday. Just because, I mean, I feel like I've kind of lost the last year of my life. But I just thought, even in the current climate, I would just do a super light-hearted get ready with me with a few like questions here and there, a little bit of a juicy Q&A. You guys literally went in on these questions. Without further ado, let's get on with this messy, messy video. So warm. Grab a drink, guys. We're in for a ride. I am trying not to use loads of heat on my hair, which means that this is pretty much the only way I can curl my hair. It may or may not work. You guys will already know because you'll have seen like the first clip of the video. So I don't actually think I'm gonna go into, you know, like all the makeup that I'm putting on my face. I think I'm just gonna link everything down below. We're just gonna get on with answering some questions, and honestly guys, you did not hold back. First question, what is your biggest pet peeve? So loud chewers is like the obvious one, the one that comes to mind first. I also really hate it when, you know, when you're having like an argument or even just like a discussion with somebody, really into it and you're typing really, really fast and maybe autocorrect does you dirty or something like that, or you just accidentally spelt something wrong and then they use that in their argument against you. The fact that you know, made a mistake. So incredibly like oddly specific, like when they use their spelling mistakes against you in an argument. Body count. Now, I'm not ashamed of my body count. I don't think it is something to be ashamed of at all, no matter what the number is. However, my family sometimes watch these videos. So I don't think I'm going to disclose that information just for the sake of having harmony at family gatherings. Have you ever thought about the same gender in that way? So obviously this is like in either a sexual or romantic way. So I would happily say that I'm straight. I am attracted to men. I can't see myself in a relationship with a woman. However, I have kind of like, I've thought about it. The situation has never really like arisen before, but if I was ever placed in like a sexual situation with a woman, I don't know if I'd be opposed to it, but then again, maybe if that situation would arise, I'd be like, no, I'm weirded out. I'm not sure if it's crossed my mind enough for me to label myself as like bi-curious. Or maybe it has, I don't know. Are you ever fake to nice people? So you know when some people are just like, they just message often. For the most part, I find it flattering. There's just part of me that just, I'm nice about it and I try to be as helpful as I can, but deep down I'm like, please don't message me again for like we'll say like 2 weeks. Just give it 2 weeks. Okay? Would you ever consider OnlyFans and what is your opinion about it? In my last question video, I basically just said like straight out that I have not got OnlyFans and I left it at that. I didn't really have much of a conversation about it. Since then, I actually just tried it out and it's not for me. It was just, it felt unnatural to me. Like I know obviously at the beginning it is going to feel really, really strange having random men message you asking for pictures of yourself. But some women do this, you know, for the extra income or even like for a full-time living, and they're like really, really good at it and they're really like talented at what they do. And I totally respect that. I'm not opposed to it. Like if you want to put your body out there and make a living out of it, then you go, girl. It definitely shows some like major confidence. It just definitely not my vibe. Literally, I've literally had to open my windows because my cheeks are so rosy. Height. I am a tall gal. I am 5'10". My spirit animal. There are animals that I feel like I can relate to, like for example a gazelle, because they're quite kind of like lanky, which I am, but they're also like quite elegant and they're quite lively and they jump around, and that's pretty much me in a nutshell. But they're also like prey. I feel like I would definitely be slightly higher up on the food chain. That sounds so arrogant. What is on your bucket list for this year? So I actually have written down a few kind of like goals. I wouldn't say that's like bucket list material. I want to make like some solid friendships. I feel like a lot of my friendships since school have definitely deteriorated, like as everyone's does. I feel like nobody really stays close friends with all the people. I wasn't going to put blush on, was I? Since I've been traveling, like all the friends that I've made in the last few years have been abroad. Like I didn't go to uni. I have actually been on Bumble BFF and I've made some promising movement. I have high hopes. I also kind of want to make like some solid moves in terms of a career. I ultimately want to create my own brand, and if I can kind of take some steps towards doing that this year, then I'll be happy. I want to get better at saving money. In the first 4 days of January, I had already spent £121 on gym wear, and I literally don't even go to the gym. Okay, we're out of gin, so we're on to vodka coke. Whoa! Who is your celebrity crush? Anthony Joshua. Need I say more? I also find Liam Hemsworth really, really attractive, and he actually has the same birthday as me. So does Zayn Malik actually, but he's not my type. I have some pretty good birthday buddies, come to think of it. There's someone else. Oh, Orlando Bloom as well. He's pretty hot, but I wouldn't call him a celebrity crush. This is interesting. Any bad experiences with anyone on social media? A couple of times this year actually. So one of which being on YouTube in response to one of my sustainable clothing videos, basically saying how I am really, really fake and my passion for the environment is ingenuine because I also shop on, you know, fast clothing websites. And I just ignored them. I just kept deleting these comments and I kept blocking the page. Just because I knew that my passion for the environment is very much real and that they know nothing about me, and I shouldn't let it affect me. It did really get to me for a little while, but I got over it. I have been blending in eyeshadow on this eye for ages and I can't get it to look right. I also did have a bad experience with a brand. I was reaching out to them to ask if they were like willing to collab with kind of new influencers. They basically just said not interested. But literally like not interested. Maybe I shouldn't have got involved. Like maybe it was wrong of me to even take it any further. Regardless or not of whether they should, like whether they would want to work with me, surely they would want my business. So I basically just said, okay, totally fine, but maybe speak nicer or something like that. I don't know. I didn't say like speak nicer. It was very polite. And then she basically accused me of begging for a collaboration and that I would go crying because she had rejected me. So I go ahead and block this brand. And then I found out from somebody else that they had screenshotted the conversation, posted it to their story, saying that like all these influencers just can't handle people saying no and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's not the fact that you said no, it was the fact that you were so goddamn rude to me. Genuinely hate that, but I can't make it look any better, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you whilst drunk? Okay, so I have two instances. My first was when I was 18 and I went to a club in Sheffield, which is where I live. I'm pretty sure I was having a conversation with someone and it came up that I was a dancer and they asked me if I could do the splits. I was like, can I? I was wearing very tight skinny jeans with very little stretch. I'm not even kidding, let me show you. My entire bum cheek from there to there, literally across my bum, it was just on show. It was literally exposed. I had to spend the rest of my night with my arse hanging out. And the other time was actually this time last year. I went to London for my 21st birthday and we went to this place called Bally Ballison, which is like It's like a club, but it has like ball pits. For some reason, it was literally like a Friday night. There was nobody out. So it was literally just me and my 2 friends at this club and the bartenders, and we were just like having banter with the bartenders, you know how it is, like maybe get a free drink here and there. And for some reason they had like mini marshmallows, and we were seeing whether they could throw the marshmallows into our mouths. A marshmallow is flung at me from the bar, completely misses, lands beside me. I turn around in my extremely short dress and I bend down. Obviously, I'm a dancer. I don't bend my knees to pick things up. I suddenly feel like a gust of wind, like a breeze on my cheekage. And I turn around and my friend and the bartender are like, it would have been really bad if the whole bar was packed, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Do you usually follow your head or your heart? Now, after all the experiences that I've had in the last few years, I would like to say I follow my head. I wouldn't say I kind of evaluate everything before I do it, but I definitely don't act purely on impulse either. I had a boyfriend in Australia and I honestly thought, emphasis on the word thought, that I was head over heels in love with him. But I still would not have like moved to Australia just to be with him. My heart may have wanted that so that we could be together. I wouldn't do it because there are so many more experiences out here for me to have, single by myself in other countries. If I truly was in love, maybe, God knows when that is gonna be, maybe I would purely just act on emotion. Maybe I would just be so head over heels, so blind by love that, you know, I would do anything for this boy. At this current time, another one of these questions actually was, am I happy with like my relationship status right now? I cannot think right now of a worse thing for me than to be in a relationship. Like, I've been single for just over a year now, but obviously the majority of that time has been spent coronavirus, you know, like in a global pandemic. And as much as like that time has definitely been spent focusing on myself, bettering myself, I haven't been able to take advantage of the fact that I can date, and that is something that I definitely want to experience before I even consider getting myself into a relationship. It's not even that I want to sleep around, it's that you can learn like so much about what is out there and what people are like, and I definitely want a dating life. Okay, I am not in a million years going to be able to talk while I do my eyeliner, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with all the questions that I was planning on answering. There were a couple more, but they were just kind of like, will you ever get your nipple pierced? No. I don't have anything against nipple piercings whatsoever. I don't find them particularly attractive personally. Needles are like my worst. I say they're my worst fear, but I feel like I'm getting slightly more used to them. But in terms of extremely sensitive areas, nope, I'm good. No, thank you. I'm actually really excited about tonight, guys. Like, I don't know about you guys, but literally any excuse to have a day that is kind of out of the ordinary for lockdown or even just like the pandemic is just like the best thing ever. Literally, I'm gonna force my family to dress up like black tie, and then we're gonna order McDonald's and drink cocktails. If that doesn't sound like the best lockdown birthday ever, then you need to get your priorities straight. I haven't actually opened a lot yet. So my grandma always used to buy selection boxes for me for Christmas, and kind of after she died, my mum kind of carried on that tradition. She kind of kept getting me selection boxes. And I didn't get one this year for Christmas. So my mum bought me a selection box for my birthday instead, which is still very much appreciated. I also got a milk frother. So my brother has one, and I often use his to make like iced coffees. It genuinely changes the game, and my mum and dad bought me a milk frother. I'm pretty sure that is all I've opened so far. Some chocolate and a milk frother. My mum was like, this is 22, birthdays get boring when you get older, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not to do with the fact I'm 22. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the fact that we are in a global pandemic. There are 100% worst case scenarios. Like, I'm so thankful that I don't live by myself. Like, I live with my parents and we can still kind of celebrate as a family. But at the same time, oh my gosh, what I wouldn't give to go out and have a proper boogie on an actual dance floor right now. But do you know what I think, guys? I think that because we have literally been so deprived this year, it's just going to be so much better when places open up again. Like, when we can actually go out and have a dance, we are going to appreciate it so much more. We are going to have so much more fun than if we were just doing it every single weekend. I definitely think I've gone overboard with this mascara. I'm not putting lashes on, so I am kind of trying to go overboard. So I didn't know that I wanted to do kind of like a super neutral nudie look, just because my dress is like baby blue, so there aren't that many colors I could have done that would have gone with like a baby blue dress. So I am so intrigued as to how, whoa, I look absolutely crazy right now. Okay, I am just gonna blast these with a hairdryer just to kind of, I mean, I know I didn't want to use that much heat. In fact, let's just give it a quick spritz with some Heat Protect. Let's take out one of the front ones just to see. Right, well, absolutely outrageous. What? I think we are definitely in slick back bun territory right now. I need another drink. Right, I'm just gonna go off camera and pop my hair into a nice slick back bun and I'll be right back with you. Right, this is the final look. I did actually decide to put some lashes on just because I wasn't crazy about the eyeshadow look, so I just kind of wanted to cover it up a little bit. But I've gone and popped my dress on. It's an O poly dress. I'm pretty sure it's still in stock, so you can get it. I will pop a full body picture somewhere on the screen right now if you are at all curious about what I looked like, you know, as a cohesive. I'm kind of bummed out that the curls didn't work, but I'm also very much into a slick back bun always, so not all is lost. But for the time being, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am gonna go and have a wonderful night with my family, drinking cocktails and eating McDonald's. So as a birthday treat, don't forget to give this video a good old thumbs up, and I will see you guys very soon for another video.